Don Toliver's on the Cruz Show. Let's get it. Real 92.3. What's up with you? Ese mi Don Toliver. What's good, doggy?
How you feeling?
Man, we're doing good, man. We're doing all right. We're hanging in there.
Yes.
I'm lying. We're struggling, but listen, we're here.
I'm lying.
I'm lying. We're struggling, but we're here,
He's
brother.
keeping it in stock.
You
We're
feel
struggling.
1,000.
Got to keep it real, right? Yeah. Everybody around you has to keep it real.
100%.
100%, because that's what the music is. It's real.
100%.
So we got to be honest, right?
You gotta really, you know what I'm saying, stand on business.
That's it. All day. Hardstone Psycho, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, you went crazy.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think that was the motive behind it, right? We just got to go crazy. We got to spaz.
You gotta psych out a little bit.
There you
know,
go.
My last album was Lovesick, and sometimes like you lovesick for so long it drive you psycho. So that was really like the whole spin-off into it.
That's a good connection right there.
Yeah.
That's right. Love will make you psycho. That is a fucking fact.
Crazy about everything.
Can you elaborate
dang.
on psycho? When you say psycho, what do you mean?
Man, just psyched out. Really in just like another mind state. When I get on that stage, when I gotta do anything where it requires for me to make money, where it requires for me to stand on business, I'm psyched out about it. So, like,
yeah.
That's just how, you know, the energy is like, you know, what this whole album was about.
Yeah.
Does it take your vibration to another level?
100%.
Yeah.
Every time I gotta do anything that's just on spot, like it's like that.
Is that
Now,
why
when Don Toliver's on stage, it's an outer body experience. I see it. He can see himself performing. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Bro. I saw it, bro.
It's a
I
superpower.
witnessed that. I witnessed it, bro. I'm like, yo.
You hard for that, bro. You know, like you can see yourself performing is crazy because that's
I
really
know
what it
you
is.
saw
I'm
yourself
like in
perform.
third person view when I'm on stage. It's crazy. It's crazy.
And you going crazy in the crowd, too. Yeah, bro. That's you.
That's love.
Man, that's the truth, man. Don Toliver, Hardstone Psycho out now. Videos as well. The videos is crazy. Congratulations. Bandit is crazy. Inside is crazy. Attitude is going crazy on the radio.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Pharrell cleared that sample.
Yeah.
It wasn't an issue.
Yeah. I was like, I don't really, honestly, to be honest, I don't really know the backstory and the ending of how that came about, but it came out. I was already talking to him about. I sent him the song, and I was already talking to him about it beforehand. So he already's probably on game to what I was about to do. But,
So it was easy.
yeah, I don't know, to be honest.
Yeah, I like
But
that.
It
Good.
came
You
out.
shouldn't know, man. You shouldn't know.
It came out.
That's it. Came out and it sounds crazy, man. Hearthstone National Anthem is something too, bro.
Beautiful.
Beautiful song, man.
It's a great, like, you know, world ender. And, you know, into something else, too.
Yeah, man. Yeah. You know, Garcia, our producer, he was like, yo, does he really ride bikes like that? I'm like, yo, that's his life, bro.
Come on, I'm turned up.
I haven't ridden in like 3 years. I had back surgery, but I missed that shit.
What did
so
you ride?
badly. I used to ride a Harley.
Okay.
Yeah.
Softail, Sportster.
Fat Bob.
Hard. Oh, fat boy. Okay. He chilling.
Yeah, he's chilling.
He chilling. I like it. I like it, though. I like it.
What is it about those bikes? I don't know.
I'm into choppers. I don't know.
Choppers.
You know, everybody has their own
Yeah.
like love and liking for what they want. Like motorcycles. I just love choppers. I always kind of love that vibe. But got old enough and, you know, cool enough to ride them. So
Yeah, man.
How
Yeah.
many bikes do you have now?
Good
I got
question.
4 bikes.
4?
Oh, you have 4. Only 4? Come on, bro. What are we doing, dog?
It's enough, bro. I'm telling you. I got kids, bro.
You got kids, exactly, bro. 4 bikes. It's dangerous, though, right? I don't want to put that out into the universe, but it is what it is. I always
definitely
got on
is.
Garcia, like, please, Garcia, be careful, dog.
I mean, it's just like who you are as a person, what you're doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people have been riding. That's like their everyday commute to everything, and they've been fine. But, you know, it's a lot of people that just got energy, go up, different type of charisma, just, you know, things happen.
And it's a big difference, like riding here in LA versus like Texas or something.
Yeah.
You know, it's a huge difference because when you have wide open spaces, that's when you really can feel that bike, right?
See-
and as opposed to here when you're just trying to duck and dodge everybody.
Yeah, I live like on the outskirts, so that's why I really get a lot of I get to really ride out there in the valley and just really cut
There's a lot of
loose.
open land where you live.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
How often do you fight the urge to buy a new bike?
Ooh. So it's like I have more of urges to buy vehicles and cars than I have urges to buy. But the thing about bikes is like I'm very particular about the bike. And like, you know, I would have to see something that somebody damn near already put together and built crazy for me to like, I want to buy it. Then like, cause it's not too many great builds out there.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? I really got to build everything from scratch when it comes to a bike to get what I want.
Kali Uchis is not like you bring home one more fucking bike.
I ever seen that meme where it's like, my friend bought it. My friend, he gave it to me.
I don't know how much it cost. They gave it to me.
Right.
Bullshit.
It's my life. That meme is my life for sure.
Going back to the motorcycles, you're a music guy.
Yeah.
Are all the stereo systems in the bike stock or are they modified?
Ooh, good question.
I mean, they got baggers that have stock radios built into them. None of my bikes have that because I don't ride baggers and stuff. I like my bikes really like thin and nimble, you know, for I can do whatever I need to do on them. But there are things that come stock and there's things that people definitely modify and add way more speakers to them.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot that goes into it, right?
Yeah, if you into those type of things, like I said,
It's an expensive hobby, though.
I believe so, yeah.
Well, you wouldn't know, but it's expensive.
His friend knows.
I mean, you know, you can definitely get a bike on a budget. Like, you know, my whole thing with, you know, especially like my style and culture of riding is like the young kids who, you know, building from ground up scratch with just tools in the garage and a little bit of money to like go into like little swap meet spots and go grab parts, and like I'm into that. It's not always about the $100,000 build or the 60. It's not about that.
With a fish tank on it.
It's not about that. It's all about like, you know, just using whatever you can and making it look good for what you got.
That's right.
That's what it's all about. For real.
Man. Is that the ultimate test too? When you're done with an album, with a project, you have to ride to it?
The ultimate test. Nah, that I mean, that's with any album. I like to drive and listen to music a lot. But when I'm on a bike, I'm more so focusing on the road. It's more of just like, for people who actually have like speakers and all that and they can play the album on a bike, you're a different type of animal. and I want you to have as much fun as you possibly can have. But when I get to that level, you know, it would be a different type of out of body experience, I think, for myself.
Yeah.
I'm just so focused on the road. I kind of just channel the energy of what I feel when I do ride, and I don't think about nothing else into the music, and whatever I can think about in that time space is like what I'm thinking about, you know?
Yeah.
There's nothing else like clouding that space.
Because Tore Up is one of those songs that you have to ride to.
Tore Up is one of those songs you have to just live life to. Like, it's energies. Get on the bike, get off the bike, go up. Like, everything is like on Tore Up. So it's however you want to go about it. But like I said, anybody who's got a bagger, who's got speakers on their bike, who's actually playing the album on their bike, God bless you. Go crazy.
Go nuts. God bless you. Go crazy.
Go crazy.
I love that. That's
Go
the name of the next
crazy.
project. We're here to announce it.
God bless you. Go crazy. That's kind of OD.
Yo, at Hardstone Cycle, right?
Right.
Most memorable session of the album.
Charlie Wilson.
Yeah.
Yeah, like me and Charlie, it's always magical every time we get in the studio with him. But when we was doing Attitude, it was just so fun, so funny, and he's just like such like a sharp shooter with his vocals. It's like everything I was like telling him and asking him to do, he'd just like overly do it, and it's just like so crazy. So every time I get in the studio with Charlie, it's always like just amazing to see like how he's still to this day just such a pit bull out here. Like,
and he's such an OG, right? And so accomplished, right? And so talented. But is he such an OG where he's like, you got me for 3 hours, dog, and I got to get back home?
No, that's another thing. That's why I love him so much, because he's not like that. We can really sit all day and just talk. Like, and I just love to soak up game and energy from somebody like that, because he's seen so much.
Yeah.
But honestly, he don't, like, me and him really just have a great time. He always, him and his wife and
His family.
His family, his manager Michael always pull up on me, and it's love.
Yeah, man. Are you on the Celtics? Is that a championship ring? What the fuck
Nah.
are you doing?
My girl actually bought me this ring for Valentine's Day.
Oh, is that right? That's a Valentine's Day gift?
Yeah, it is.
That's tight.
No, you don't got to step up. The wife's got to step up, Garcia.
Come on.
I got a Starbucks gift card on Valentine's Day. It's all good. It's the best she could do.
I use that.
You can't have it. It's mine, sir. Unless you want to trade, we can trade Valentine's Day gifts all day, bro.
J. Cruz.
You're full.
What's up, Jackie?
What would you say is the biggest misconception about you?
Misconception.
Mm-hmm.
Like what people think.
Yeah,
that's probably not true.
that isn't necessarily true.
Misconception. I don't know. I really don't. I like now these days, man. I just turned 30 years old. It ain't too much that I be tuning into, worried about. I really don't know. I can honestly say I don't know. I don't know what people really be thinking now these days. I like to just keep it psyched out.
Yeah,
That's a good thing because you're protecting your energy, and I feel like
100%. I don't. I really don't. It's crazy.
We got to protect our vibe, our energy.
You got to, because I mean, at the end of the day, I'm a human being.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just an artist that just likes to make music, but I'm human, bro. Like, you know, I came from, you know, the hood and everything else. So
Yeah, bro.
I still see it clearly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad you reached that headspace and you have that clarity, because a lot of the times, bro, people get consumed by this shit.
100%.
They get, you know what I'm saying? It fucks them up.
100%.
And it seems like you got a good head on your shoulders, bro.
Man, I'm just common sense.
Common sense. It's not so common, though.
That's a rare thing, though, bro. Especially with social media and everything else that we have in front of us. Common sense is a rare thing.
True, though.
You know? We have to be aware of it, man. Don Toliver is here. Hardstone Psycho. He went psycho on the project. Quality music. The videos are crazy, too. The visuals. Are you hands-on?
100%.
100%.
This whole thing I was hands-on.
That's
like,
it.
Everything, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's been a long process, but it's been kind of easy because I've like been having fun while doing it. I just noticed one thing, like it's one of the only albums I made where I was actually able to have like real fun while creating everything. Like just imagine, you know, I got all my bikes at the photo shoot, so we're all riding, we're getting crazy shots of us riding, doing fun stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you know, every time something new would happen to the bike or anything, a new bike, it's just always fun. Just to be able to capture those moments from like the build all the way to finished product.
Yeah.
It's like all those moments has just been so fun to watch. Like that bike that you see on there, like I literally built that bike.
You did?
The Hardstone Shovelhead. Me and Power Plant.
Okay.
We built that bike from the ground up. Frame, tires, everything, fabricated metal, everything you can think of.
So it's not something from the showroom. It's something you put time into.
100%.
So there's a sense of accomplishment there.
100%.
Yeah, man. Does anyone ever try to ride your bikes? Any of the homies like, yo, let me ride it real quick to the store?
So I have a couple of my homies, they don't ride, but I have a couple that's trying to, and that actually is like starting to learn how to ride. So I got like a Softail, I got West Coast Custom, and I actually have an Evo. So sometimes I'll let them just try different bikes just so they want to learn how to ride. Sometimes I let them get on, you know. The starter for all of us was like the Softail, Harley Softail I have, and I think it's got that like Milwaukee 8 motor in that new one, and we practice on that, and sometimes, you know, we'll switch it up. Sometimes I'll let them get on the chopper, and just to get a different feel. All bikes, once you know how to ride one bike, I feel like you ride them all, but they are different. So
suspension is different.
Yeah. So it's basically I let them ride between like rigid and, you know, Softail with suspension, so they can just know the difference, and it's cool.
How many times have your homies hit a curb? And you're just like, bro.
Nobody hit a curve. Nobody better
not hit a curve.
When you hit a curve on a bike, it's a different type of...
You flying?
Yeah. Who knows?
Who knows?
That's a different kind of
That
pain,
sounds
bro.
scary,
It's a different kind of sound.
Yeah, we're not hitting no curves.
That's right, man. How has fatherhood changed you?
I don't like to use the word change. I think it just really made me, you know, lock in even harder on just the way I think about things. Not even the hustle, not even like the way I go about, just the way I think about things. You know what I'm saying? I think about my son before, you know, anything major. I think about my son before I do anything like you know what I'm saying?
Every decision,
Every decision, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it does. It don't really change because I was already like fixated on wanting to be this person and wanting to be this guy. But I'm just thinking about like, you know, his future. So that's really it.
Yeah, man.
Would you say intentional is the word? More intentional?
Am I more intentional with everything I got going on?
Like going into things knowing that, okay, this is not just for me now, it's a bigger picture?
It's definitely a bigger picture, but more so just his future.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not even like I just do everything now these days and always remember and think about, you know, I do this right now. This is forever. You know what I'm saying? My son will be 10 years old. I'll be able to show him something. I'll be able to give him something. I'll be able to teach him something. So I just always think it's just the future is just always on my mind.
Yeah, man.
Shit, man.
Your son
thank
getting
you.
points on the album? What we doing, man?
It's kind of hard to give him points right now because he really can't cut a tune just yet.
He's got to work for it. He's got to do something soon.
But like, man, maybe 1 year
Let
old.
him get teeth first.
Yeah, right. Yeah, maybe like 1 year old, he might really say something, and it's like, okay.
But
maybe
even if you have
later.
him crying on the track, that's
Might go crazy. Yeah.
go crazy.
He be a little loud though.
Hey, if you need a writer, hit me up, dude.
Right. We lock it in.
Let's go about
We lock it in.
I'm trying to think about my kids, G.
Come on.
Let him do Llama Llama Red Pajama, dog.
Come on.
You feel me? Yo,
His mama went crazy. He probably back door and do the same.
Yeah, right? Yo, last laugh on the project, right? What does that song mean to you? Is that a big middle finger to everybody?
Man, it's not a big middle finger to everybody. It's kind of just one of those things where anybody in my life that kind of try to like take advantage of like who I was, where I was, being naive, not knowing, you know, being young in the industry. It's like I got the last laugh. You know, I got a lot of things in order within my business and a lot of things in order within, you know, my everyday life that I feel like I just got a crazy grip on, and it's really like a laugh in your face type of situation. You know, if you ever tried, you know, it's so far gone at this point. You know, whatever you wanted to do, it didn't work. It possibly couldn't have worked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what Garcia was saying.
Yeah, I was saying like that song really speaks to, if you're motivated by that, like that's such a perfect song for you, because I think everybody goes through that. It doesn't matter if it's sports or if it's career or life. Like there's that person that you want to prove wrong. I mean, and that's the competitor in you, right? Like, and I just heard that as soon as that song came on, I was like, yo, Cruz, I love this one right here.
Yeah, no, that's exactly where that song. So I had to put it on the album. It was just one of those real. I just felt it. I really was in a mode, kind of like in the last steps of recording this album, and I heard that beat, and that's exactly what came off of the top of my head, and I just felt so crazy about that song. It was like a piece of truth. Sometimes I just write music that, like, you know, I might be going through something or whatever, but this was like right on the moment, right on the money, right on the, like, everything was happening at that moment. Yeah, I just felt the different type of release at that moment and made that record. And it's just,
you know what I got is like, yo, I forgive, but I ain't forgot.
Yeah, I never forget.
Yeah.
Never forget.
Cruz be like that. Cruz be like that. Me too sometimes.
I'm the same way, dog.
Cruz a little more.
I never forget.
He exercises that a little bit more.
I got a 30-minute song in my head right now.
You got a few albums, dog.
Going at everybody.
Come on, I feel you.
Yes, sir.
You mentioned release, right? As far as like after writing a song, which song would you say was the most therapeutic to write? And we're talking an entire catalog.
Oh, period.
Some songs are hard to record.
If I Had.
Important to record.
It's a song I got with Charlie Wilson called If I Had. And the way I can't even explain it, but it's just a real breakthrough moment for me in my career where I felt like music was just aligning for me. Everything was kind of making more sense, you know, like the things that I would set out to do was making sense. That was the first time I was able to feature Charlie on one of my albums, and I kind of jumped into his world, and it felt so good, you know, playing that for my grandparents and my mom and my dad, and like, it was very special. So that was really a release to just be able to do that.
Yo, Purple Rain, is that part 2 of what Future did? It's got Future on it?
Yeah, that's got Future on that record.
So is that part 2?
Of Purple Rain, what do you mean?
Of his Purple Rain.
Nah.
It's
Purple
just
Rain.
2 different Purple Rain.
Yeah, that Purple Rain, I named it Purple Rain in the sense of I have the West Coast chopper that I have that I kind of like featured in a lot of videos and everything. I called it Purple Rain. Yeah. And it's purple. It's got the flames on it and everything. I went and painted it purple. I bought it and it was like burnt orange, and I went and painted it candy purple. And
yeah, bro,
that's
really
a lifestyle.
where that came from.
Right. You know, the Purple Rain thing came from the whole, and another big influence with this whole album was Prince. His whole Purple Rain thing. You know, I felt like I really loved the whole movie and the whole story. The only thing I wish that was in that movie was he was in like some type of biker gang, and he was just standing on business just a little bit more. And just, but the movie is so classic. The bike he had looked really cool, although it wasn't a clutch. It was amazing.
Yeah.
It was
done,
beautiful.
right?
Well done.
Legendary.
Legendary.
You mentioned influence. To this point now, have you worked with all your influences growing up or inspirations?
Nah, not influence. Not. I worked with a lot, but not all of them.
Who's on the maybe one day?
Okay, I was just talking about this to somebody else I think this morning, but I don't want to jinx it.
You don't want to jinx it?
I'm almost there. I'm almost there.
First letter, dog. First letter.
I probably got like 3 or 4 people that just need to come off the list. I'll be good.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna jinx it.
Are we in group chats, text combos with these people?
They're in close range.
They're close.
Yeah, close range.
Yeah. We're getting there. We're getting there, bro. Yeah. It's tough, right?
Oh, no.
Is it because of schedules?
Nah, I let everything happen within time.
It gotta feel right.
Yeah, it gotta feel right. Probably like one of them, I probably press the issue more than the
Like,
others.
please, I need it.
Not even please, I need it.
No, you gonna do this fucking song, bro.
Probably just every time I ran into him, I speak on it. And he's just so funny. One of those artists that's just like one of the most wittiest, funniest of all of them. But it's gonna happen.
Yeah. Yes, it will.
Yeah.
Yes, it will. Are you in town? Well, you live out here, right?
Yeah, I do. I live out here.
You going to the Kendrick show tomorrow?
I might.
You have an extra ticket?
That's crazy.
I probably do.
My man.
I probably do, actually.
It's not for me, but that's okay. That's all right. Use it. Have fun, man.
We're going to be broadcasting out there. If you do go, pull up to the booth. Say what's up.
Say no more. I'm about to pull
He's
up.
got a lot going on. He's a very busy man.
I'm about to pull up.
Yeah, that'd be nice, though.
What's the craziest guest list you've ever had to encounter as far as like for one of your shows?
Guest list?
Yeah, like the amount of people that like, yo, can we get on the list? Is it 100, 200 people?
For me.
First,
you're asking
one of your
how
shows.
many people was that a guest list that I've curated that I wanted? I don't know. I think one show, I guess the craziest guest list maybe I've had was like the LA show for Life of a Don at the Palladium. It was a lot of artists there that night for that show. It was Halloween. Oof. There was a lot of people there that I didn't even really know that was there. Probably for that last show in LA that I did for Lovesick was a lot. That was probably so many people there that I didn't even get to that point where
It's too much. It's too much, yeah.
President might have been in there.
You wouldn't have known. Like, yo, Biden was here, dog. I didn't see.
Biden was not sleeping.
Joe Biden was in the building.
Might be one of them situations I wouldn't know, bro.
Kamala Harris was there, dog.
I'm so stuck in the future.
That's it. Right. Speaking of the future, man, what's the name of the song that you and Eminem did on his new album?
On his new album?
Yeah.
Man, you got it.
Come on, Mr. Future.
I don't know, but
I tried, guys.
hopefully I get the clearance call.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go, man. Yo, Hardstone Psycho is out now and it's everywhere. And it sounds great, man. The visuals are crazy. Don Toliver, we appreciate the time, the music, and the energy, bro. Seriously,
Thank you so
man.
much.
Yo, check out more of our YouTube interviews now, ASAP+. Download the free iHeartRadio app so you can check out the Cruz Show podcast.